National Welterweight Championship. To be fought over 5 3-minute rounds and amateur mixed martial arts rules. So introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner tonight, he enters the cage with a record 3 victories, 1 defeat, representing Manchester top team. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, make some noise for Jayden Irving. His opponent this evening, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner tonight, he enters with a record 4 victories, 1 defeat, representing Spartans MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, make some noise for James Huck! Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Mick Clement.
One of the most hotly anticipated bouts on this card. Mick Clement's about to get the action underway. The FCC amateur welterweight title on the line. Jayden Irving in the red taking on James Huck in the black. Beautiful kick by Huck there. Oh, Irving firing right back.
Very, very fast start to this fight.
Those 2 low leg kicks early from Huck have both found the target. There's a third, but he's got to be careful of the counter shots from Irving.
It's not always the best option to throw a leg kick by itself. Just can get countered, but he's not done too badly since that.
Beautiful sprawl there from Jayden Irving. Phenomenal stuff from the Manchester top team fighter.
A lot of pressure here by Jayden Irving, raining it down on his man, giving him no chance to breathe at all.
Big shots raining down from Irving, and he's got that single hook in here. Huck looking to pull his man off his back in the scramble, but he's not all the way out yet. Irving looking to get that arm under the throat. Difficult to see what kind of grip he's got here, Harry.
Yeah, he's not really got much of a grip at the minute. James got an arm up protecting the side of his head.
Oh, beautiful stuff from Huck there.
Hooking that foot, literally.
Able to remove the hooks of Irving there, and almost able to get back to his feet, but Irving's been absolutely tenacious here, and he's landing those big bombs now.
Relentless pressure from Jayden Irving, not letting up on his man at all here. Especially, Huck is usually the one setting the distance, setting the pace, controlling things, but Irving's starting fast and furious.
Already going back to the well with those low kicks, and he's able to put Irving on the fence here. The corner of Huck saying let's break him. They clearly want them to wear the man down. Wide base from Jayden Irving as Huck looks to effect a takedown here. Irving certainly put a lot into that early onslaught, Harry, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he has left in this round, and indeed the rest of the fight. 5 rounds to play with here for James Huck.
Especially, this isn't James Huck's first rodeo when it comes to title fights. This will be his second belt if he can actually take it tonight. With 4-1 compared to his opponent who's 2-1. A bit more experience there, especially in the championship fights in FCC. Going 5 rounds, going a distance, like Huck did with last time with Lloyd Sweeney. So,
yeah, that was a great fight as well.
So there's a bit more experience in that facet, but Jayden Irving hanging in there and making the most of his opportunity.
And a strong finish to the round there from James Huck. Jayden Irving doing the better of the work early on, you probably say, but that's going to be a very interesting round for the judges to score, Harry.
Especially if we continue to see to keep up that pace, and if Huck can keep throwing those low leg kicks, see what sort of damage they can put onto Jayden Irving, especially with that pace that he's been putting forward too.
Irving taking instructions there from Carl Prince and Ultimate Fighter veteran Aaron Wilkinson, a long time face on the UK MMA scene, also in his corner there, the Daywalker. So he's definitely got some good advice coming his way between rounds.
That's what you need when you're a young, promising fighter.
Well, that's the thing. We've seen it so many times with these young guys, Harry. That they can almost be over-enthusiastic. So having those strong voices in the corner to just pull you back, calm you down, refocus you, and send you out for this second round.
Yeah, it's far too easy to let the situation and the opportunity to get the better of you. It's always good to have a cooler head prevail if your corner can get you to just simmer down a little bit. Very interesting second round this could be.
James Huck seems like he's pretty much got one gear when it comes to emotion anyway. He's always pretty calm and laid back in there. So, you know, maybe that's an advantage he's going to hold in this fight.
Always got those hands low as well as James Huck. Likes that wild stance, likes to stay active. Really good teep kicks here.
Irving barreling forward, looking to find a home for one of those big shots. You'd say Irving, the more powerful of the two, and perhaps possesses the more one-hit knockout potential. Huck's going to have to stay on his toes, not get complacent here. Oh, there's a nice 1-2 from Huck.
Both men mixing up the exchanges.
And how many times have we seen it tonight, Harry? Just when we think the fortune's favouring one fighter, one shot changes everything. So both these guys going to be careful. Another great sprawl from Jay Irving there.
James Huck needs to try and sit out now, try and come up on the 12-4s, get that leg out and sit out and try and counter his man. Can't stay in this position long, it's a really dangerous position to be in. See him in this position now, have his back taken twice.
Irving looking to unload here, trying to find a way through. Got to be careful with the shots to the back of the head though. Referee just giving him something to think about there.
Nice shots through the middle of with an uppercut there from Jay Irving.
Huck looking to get those hits to work and get out of this position. He's ended up with Irving in his half guard.
Jay's recently switched from FCPC now SBG Rochdale, 2-man to his top team. So I think he's getting a little bit more time, a little bit more all-round work. The real veteran of the team.
James Huck's just relentless here. Even when he's not in a strong position, he's constantly moving, he's constantly throwing, and he's not giving Jay Irving any respite here.
That's what you got to do. You can't let your opponent think for a second. Every shot you makes him stand still for just a second, just enough to give time to create an opportunity for yourself.
Irving perhaps just taking a moment to reset here, looking to posture up and get that ground and pound going again.
Huck's always active off his back, never lets up at all.
Another big shot there from Irving.
Timing the shot very well as well.
Again, it's going to be another very interesting round for the judges to pick apart here. Final 10 seconds.
These rounds are just flying by as well. Beautiful hip heist. Oh, almost
so close there from James Huck. Both these guys know they're in for no easy ride. I'm sure they didn't expect it. But 2 rounds in, and we've seen a lot from both men here, Harry.
Yes, having some serious words now with the corner of James Huck. Really trying to get him to establish that striking, try and get him to control the centre of the cage. Try and calm his man down, Jay Irving. Obviously you can see how much of with a man like Aaron Wilson in his corner, the wrestling powers that he's going to be taking under his tutelage. You're going to expect Jay to want James Huck to try and keep this standing now.
You know, we've seen so much, and you know, looking at both these guys' previous contests and what they've shown us so far this evening, you know, you wouldn't necessarily favour one man over the other in any position in this. You know, we've seen Jay pulling off some solid ground and pound. We've seen some really crafty behaviour on the ground from James Huck, and both guys we know are very different style in terms of striking, but they're both dangerous. The perhaps more crisp technique of James Huck versus the raw power and stopping potential of Jay Irving, and I'm looking forward to another 3 rounds, Harry, if it goes that far.
Here we go. Straight away, Jay pushing that pace. track his man down. Great as well. Strange move of Huck to go down as easily as he did there.
It seemed like he was maybe using the strikes to set up the entry there, but yeah, I agree, Harry. It's strange to see him drop to his back like that. You would have thought he might have jockeyed for position a little bit more on the feet, but it could have been a momentum thing perhaps.
There's an open guard there as well. Jay could focus on passing here. Don't often get gifted one of them at this stage in a fight.
It could be that Irving's happy to punch from the guard here. I mean, if he can maintain that top position, stay nice and heavy, if he feels that there's not an immediate threat of a triangle, and he can land some big shots over the top like this could be a nice position for him to spend some time in. Big shots from Jay Irving there in the third round.
Oh,
another big shot from Irving. Huck looking to get to his knees and back to his feet. Can Jay Irving stay heavy enough on his back here, Harry?
Right in his corner as well. Oh, brilliant set out from James Huck to counter that back take from Jay Irving. Right in his opponent's corner as well.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know if maybe something happened with Irving there, if he perhaps tweaked something.
He seemed to let up for just a second, and Huck made the most of it.
Huck stepping over into full mount. Irving finding him every step of the way, trying to just physically force him off the top position there. Huck looking for an opening for some ground and pound. He's not making it easy for him.
Huck now just trying to pass that half guard, but seems happy to sit there throwing those shots for now.
Nice hammer fist there from Huck, and there's a bit more of a sense of urgency from James Huck in this round, Harry.
Yeah, I think that's what his corner were telling him in this round. He needed to put the previous round behind him with those takedowns and try and catch up and get this takedown, get this round. And it looks like he's done so pretty strongly so far.
Yeah, we're a bit too far away from the corner of Jay Irving to hear what the coaches are saying, but there's some very enthusiastic conversation coming out of the Manchester top team corner there.
Once again, posturing back. Half guard is such an underrated position to strike from. You can sit back, you can stay close, and land those shots from any angle you wish. Oh.
Huck perhaps looking to get a grip on the neck there.
Irving looks to be fatiguing it quite a bit here. Not offering much in terms of offense as this round comes to a close.
Yeah, strong finish from James Huck there in that third round. And let's keep an eye on Jay Irving here, because we thought that he maybe let up for a minute. We don't know if maybe that was just a bit of an error there on his part, or whether he maybe tweaked something, or it could have just been a bit of a weird transition that we didn't quite see from our vantage point here.
I mean, we first thought that Huck kind of pulling guard at the start of that round was a bit strange, but he made up for it. He made it work for him.
Both these guys looking like they've been through the ringer here as we look to enter the championship rounds. James Huck sat down in his corner, and Jay Irving, of course, resting on his coach's shoulders momentarily there.
I think this will be the furthest that Irving's ever been. In his 3 fights he's had, both of his wins have been by finish, I believe. So going into the championship rounds now, even if it is only 3-minute rounds compared to the 5 minutes you'll get a professional, it still makes a big difference to your cardio, to how much you can put in, how much you've got left.
Both these guys taking some big, long, deep breaths as we look to get the championship rounds underway. Fourth round underway here. Irving starts off with a body kick, Huck firing straight back, getting that jab to work. Nice deflection of the kick there from Irving. Tries back with one of his own. Nice left hook attempt there from James Huck. Both guys are really varying up the attacks here. Nice body kick from Irving, and Irving with the takedown there.
Made that look very easy. Snatched his man off the fence.
We saw Huck pull guard, as it were, in that third round, and maybe he's willing to give up the position to look for the sweep here.
Trying to roll deep for this Kimura here is James Huck. Didn't manage to get it. Staying on his hips, which is the right thing to do. Don't stay flat in your back at all. We're going for rubber guard.
Irving's going to have to be very careful here. Those legs are climbing incredibly high, and there's plenty of options for James Huck here off his back.
Especially when he gets this far into a fight, and sweat's a factor as well. You got to take into consideration. You can just slide it on demand like Huck's doing here with this rubber guard. He's trying to get a go-go platter, it looks like here.
And there's very little opportunity now for Irving to strike effectively from this position. He can't see, he can't generate masses of power. It's just those short, distracting shots. And as you say, Harry, looking for that go-go platter here. I think this would be a first in FCC history if he was able to pull it off.
Definitely would be.
Tenderizing the body there is Jay Irving.
Root that leg straight over. Just can't get it past the ears of Jay Irving. Past the back of his head.
Huck staying very active. His corner asking him to use the cage. There's a nice right hand from Irving. I think they want Huck to use the cage to actually stand back up. The referee's taking a very close look at those hands in the fence there.
So using that cage quite well there to grind his man's head with his onto his jaw, with the top of his forehead. Just feel it slowing down a little bit here as both men enter these championship rounds. Tiredness definitely becoming a factor. Strong close here for Jay Irving, landing these shots in.
Big finish to that round. James Huck just, was he taking a foot back to the library or taking a walk in the park? You wouldn't know. He just looks like could be any other day of the week here. So calm and collected.
Both men kind of gave each other a distant glare there as we were going to each other's corners. If looks could kill, I'm sure they would.
Well, look, both these guys have been put through the ringer by their opponent here at various stages of this fight. And look, we've got another round to go here, Harry, but it's fair to say whoever has their hand raised at the end of this one will have earned it in every sense of the word.
Oh, definitely. I think there's a lot still to play for in this fifth final round. It's been such a close fought fight throughout. I think it's going to depend now who can get the takedowns, who can solidify the control of the cage, the aggression. I'd like to see James use a bit more of that quirky stand-up and that forward that he likes to do. Keep moving. At this stage in the fight, it's obviously harder than it would be earlier on. But he's got that championship fight experience now, what it's like to be in his fifth round. This is absolutely different territory now for Jay Irving, and I think he should try and use that experience to try and put his man away here if he can, or try and grind out a decision.
In terms of the grappling as well, at this stage in the fight, those triangles and the arm bars, they all become that little bit more difficult to get a good bite on with the sweat and the general fatigue that both these guys will have no choice but to be experiencing at the moment. So perhaps you're right there, Harry, in that Huck will want to keep this one standing, use that unorthodox style. And there's the show of respect from these two warriors. Touch of gloves, and we are back underway. Big chopping leg kick from Irving.
Huck's always possessed very sharp striking, that right hand that finds just got a home straight through the middle. But
beautiful entry there from Jay Irving though.
Irving taking no chance with that stand-up at all, going back to what he knows, bread and butter.
He used those leg kicks very effectively at the start of the round, and as soon as he saw the gap, immediately affected the takedown. And this is potentially a bad spot here for James Huck if he can't get the sweep, if he can't use the cage to get back to his feet.
He's got to stay active here on his back, keep moving. Try and get that hip heist again like he nailed it at the end of the third round. Almost got it. He's leaning over. And for Kimura grip it seems like he keeps looking for. not staying still. It's exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, what's the game plan for Irving here? Is he content to sit in? Well, as we say that, he's not content to sit in guard. Big pickup and a takedown from Jay Irving. Now he's not got the guard to deal with. Can he step over into full mount?
James wisely holding that knee high, passing back into guard.
Now I can ask the question, is he going to be content to sit in the guard, or is he going to look to pass here and go for the submission? I mean, based on what we've seen in previous rounds, more than happy to sit in that guard and try and throw those big overhand shots. I
think that's what he's going to try and just sit out now. Try and bide his time, take a breath, take a moment, keep throwing them shots when he can, but Huck is not letting him up at all, stopping him from thinking every step of the way here with these shots from his back. Beautiful shots from the bottom from Huck.
Yeah, you can't say that Huck hasn't stayed active from bottom position here.
Irving can't just stay still here, thinking it's going to score for him and winning the fight. To try and sit back here and rain down a few shots at least. Just doesn't seem like he wants to give up or pass that guard.
Wayne is Irving here thinking that he's perhaps done enough towards the beginning of the round and just doesn't want to take the risk. Or is it just a Huck's defensive work off his back is just frustrating him at this point?
I think it's definitely frustrating him, and he's constantly shrimping out on those hips as well. He's not staying still for a second. He's making Jay constantly have to follow him step by step, not letting him up at all.
Final 10 seconds, and let's see if we get one final flurry here. Looking to posture up, does Jay Irving and land a couple of last big shots. Another 5-round war, and the title fights thus far on FCC 25 are more than delivering. Jay Irving and James Huck leaving it all on the line there.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 5 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards with a split decision. Your winner and new FCC Amateur Welterweight Champion in the blue corner, Jayden Irving! An appreciation, please, for his opponent. Give